to the Milwaukee Show, and today we are talking about the team that is sending the glorious Stanley Cup champions into fear and panic and worry as they are putting them all on fire and setting them ablaze and burning them down. And we have a brand new wagon in the league, and that is somehow, surprisingly, the Arizona Coyotes of all teams has been on absolute fire. I'm sure if you're a hockey fan, you know this, but if you're not and you're just stumbling upon this, let me break it down for you. The Coyotes, they're currently holding the first wild card spot in the Western Conference and is potentially going to take over in the third place spot of that division. They have 26 points, which is now incorrect as they won. So now they are up to 28 points, 13, 9, and 2 after their Capitals of victory last night, winning 6-0, which we will talk all about because that has a lot to do with my points of why they're good. The team is 14th in the league for goals for, beating out teams with offensive prowess like the Panthers, the Edmonton Oilers, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. The team with Austin Matthews, the Arizona guy, Martin Nylander, all those amazing players, they beat them out in goals for. They are 13th in the league when it comes to goals against, beating out defensive giants like the Islanders, like the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Minnesota Wild. They are beating out these teams in these categories, and the Coyotes, they're the first team now, the first team ever to win, and to beat the last 5 Stanley Cup champions in a row consecutively. Now, it is kind of crazy that was how their schedule was lined up, but regardless of anything, just so many factors have to go into that being the case, and the fact that they were actually able to do it is insane. That is nuts. First team to do that. I mean, it's not shocking that they're the first team to do it, because how many times does a team face the last 5 champions in a row? That's pretty coincidental and crazy. But the fact that is the case and that it's the Coyotes to do it is nuts. But the question is, why are they winning? Why is this team that has been such a laughingstock forever, is now actually in a playoff spot and has been there for the entire season? Not like we're the first 10 games in, they're just luckily 7-3 and they're about to fall off. They're 13, 9, and 2 and beating out other teams that people had in the playoffs. And so what is happening? I think the number one reason that this Yote squad, this AZ team, is that they are hungry. This team is hungry to win some games. Clayton Keller, Nick Schmaltz, these guys who have been here for years of their career. Keller his whole career. Schmaltz coming over here in his prime. And this team is hungry. Those guys are looking to finally win. Lawson Krause is hungry. Guys like Logan Cooley are here to make it, not waste his time in the NHL. He is here and he's ready to dominate and win that rookie award. Guys like Lawson Krause are ready to get going and not lose anymore. Guys like Carcone are out here looking to build upon his AHL success and take this chance at the NHL seriously and build a career for himself. This team is hungry and looking to win. They're motivated. They want to show these teams this is AZ. We're in the Mullet Arena. We've got the coolest goddamn team name. We've got the best jerseys. We are the best team to cheer for. We're exciting, we're young, we're motivated, this team is electric when they're playing good. And that game last night against the Capitals, when this team is going, they're so fun to watch, they're so talented, and they're just fun. But an actual, those are spiritual reasons, right? That they're hungry, motivated. Every team you would like to think is. Some teams you watch and they clearly are not. But the Coyotes are, right? They have that fight in them. They're gamers. They want to win. But another fact, a true fact, is that this team does have offensive scoring depth. And you might be going yeah, right. But listen, this team, AZ, has 10, they have 10 players with 10 or more points, okay? So that includes Keller, Schmaltz, Cooley, Dursey, Moser, Zucker, the list goes on and on, right? 10 players with at least 10 points plus. Who do you think teams like New Jersey, how many New Jersey do you think they have? Well, if you can read the little writing. The answer is 7. They have 3 more players than the New Jersey Devils, who are one of the best offensive teams. they have more offensive depth than them. The Kings and the Boston Bruins both have 9. The Bruins, the team that has been, who broke records last year, and now here they are still just being absolutely as dominant as they were last year, only have 9 as well. The Coyotes have more depth than them. Sure, their ceilings might not be as high with guys like Keller being their number 1 and only up in the 20s of points, where, Boston's got Marchand and Pastrnak up there. But the Coyotes make up for it with guys who can produce. They have multiple guys in the lineup going down to the defense who are putting points on the board. And that just shows the hunger and motivation, right? This team is buying in. They're going into this plan. They want to win, and they're hungry. They're motivated. They're excited to go out there and put on a show and show the NHL we're ready to win. We're tired of being a joke, and they're out there. Another big reason is J.J. Moser and Sean Durzi back there. When the Coyotes picked up Durzi last season, during the offseason, I was excited. I made a video about it, and I was like, this is a huge move. Durzi is underrated as hell. The guy can move. The guy can skate incredibly. He can make plays and score goals, and he's doing just that. And J.J. Moser, same thing. It's just they didn't need to pick him up. Already on the team. And these two guys, 11 and 12 points respectively. Both of them, plus 10 and one's plus 11. I forget which is which. But those guys, they're getting points on the board. They are good on defense, and they're only helping out this team beneficiary. These two guys, right? They are underrated as hell. If this was anywhere but Arizona, if this two was a line on like New York, this would be the biggest thing in the NHL, because on the Coyotes, not so much talked about. But Moser and Durzi, they get points, they play defense, they're solid for their team. Absolutely incredible pairing there. Next is Connor Ingram. 11 and 3 after last night, 2.23 and a .93 save percentage. This guy, Connor Ingram, is unreal. He's got one of the best setups in the NHL when it comes to his gear. Kind of weird when it comes to the home jerseys when it's all the white, but it still looks nice on its own. The helmet is spectacular. The Desert Knight jerseys, oh my god, like just absolute like SOG. Just incredible. Connor Ingram, the way he looks, the way he plays, nothing phases the guy. He is one of those goalies that you watch and it's like, wow, like this guy just, nothing phases him. He never looks out of place. He never is like scrambling for the puck no matter what. He always feels under control of the game, and he makes the saves. Last night against the Capitals, Ovechkin like had one of those great like, oh my god, a sniper like right like towards the top of the dots. Just blast it. A guy like Ovechkin of all people blast it. Ingram just pats it, just grabs it right into his glove. He looks like a top 10 goaltender in the NHL. He's playing like one, and he is technically one right now. He get a shutout last night against the Capitals, and Ingram is on fire along with the rest of the Coyotes. Then, Cooley, Keller, and Schmaltz. The line is insane. The line is killer. They go out there, whether it's on the power play or if it's just playing 5-on-5. Those three guys, they rule the ice when they're out there together. They're so fun to watch. Keller and Cooley just immediately have a connection. Schmaltz has always been just solid. And going off of that power play point, they are 5th in the NHL. No one's talked about this. I haven't heard anyone say anything about this. They are 5th in the NHL when it comes to the power play. The Coyotes, and it's not surprising, what you watch Cooley do. Cooley already looks like a seasoned vet in the NHL. The way he moves, the way he just shuffles guys off of him and attracts attention so he can line up other guys with the puck is crazy that he can already do that. He gets guys set up. Keller then finishes the play. These three guys together, unreal. And the power play just going with it. 26.8% right now, beating out so many teams that you would never have bet upon that they would be doing. When it comes to the penalty kill, they're not the best, but they're still in the top half of the league, in 14th with an 81.2. So penalty kill isn't the greatest, but it's definitely serviceable at 14th in the NHL. This team, they're just on fire. They're electric, they're exciting, they're going, they're buzzing. Like, there's every word that I could throw at you. This team is what they're doing. They want to win. They are so ready to win. They're so tired of just being at the bottom of the league, and now that they have Cooley just setting them off, guys like Dumba on the back end giving some energy as well, Valimaki, like the defense, those four guys of Moser, Valimaki, Durzi, and Dumba. Like, those four guys, they bring a fire to this team from the back end of things. And then up front, they've got guys, 3 lines of guys who are buzzing and just want to play good hockey, and they're doing it. They're getting the job done against the best Stanley Cup, this last Stanley Cup champions. And sure, people can bring up stupid facts like, oh, well, Tampa Bay's like in a skid right now. The Capitals suck, and the Blues are pretty mediocre. And it's like, okay, fair, absolutely fair. Like, you're not wrong. But still, the premise is there, right? They still won against those guys. And then people just decide to sweep under the rug the Avalanche and the Vegas Golden Knights of all teams as well. And I think they beat Vegas like, 2-0 or 2-1. And they've done all this outscoring their opponents 19-5. This team is unreal right now. They are on fire. And to be honest, the way they played against the Capitals, I don't see this coming to an end next game. I think this is the type of thing that they get to like 7 and then they get smacked. No, I think it ends in game 8 and it's like a 3-2 loss to whoever the hell that would be. I think it goes 7 and then they lose an 8. But the Coyotes, Arizona's hot and this team's even hotter. It's insane. So that is all I've got to say about our Coyotes, and I know if you're a fan of this channel, this might not be the prettiest setup you've ever seen me have. I need to work on it. It is a work in progress, but we will get there, and everything will look nicer soon, and much more to come along the way. But anyways, thank you for watching this. If you made it this far, please, I'm begging you, pick up your free subscription down below. Too sweet. Have an amazing day, and ta-ta for now.